So recently, Elon Musk overtook Jeff Bezos as the world's richest man. And just a couple weeks after this happened, Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon. Now, did Elon Musk bully Jeff Bezos away from his CEO role, or is there another reason? Chances are there's another reason. But still, I've done Elon Musk's morning routine where I did an experiment where I tried his morning routine for 7 days. And I've also done an experiment where I tried Jeff Bezos' morning routine for 7 days. So I wanted to compare the two of them because they're wildly different, analyze the benefits, and try and figure out which one's right for you. So let's break down both of their morning routines and then we'll get into the analysis. So Jeff Bezos starts the morning by waking up early, but not because he doesn't get enough sleep. Jeff Bezos always makes sure that he gets around 8 hours of sleep, or at least he says that in interviews.
I get 8 hours of sleep. I prioritize it. Unless I'm traveling in different time zones, sometimes it's impossible, but I am very focused on it, and for me, I need 8 hours of sleep.
In the morning, he putters and eats breakfast with his family. I remember reading this when I did this video, and he actually is known for making blueberry chocolate chip pancakes first thing in the morning. Then once he's done with his puttering until around 10 a.m., he starts with his first most important meeting. The most important meeting that he's got to get done for the day is done first thing. Perhaps he's read the book, Eat That Frog. Perhaps he hasn't. More likely that he hasn't. But once he's done that, at the end of the day, he just draws a line when he's feeling tired. By 5 p.m, he says that I can't think about these difficult problems anymore, so he just calls it quit. Relatively short day, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. of actual work. The rest of the time, from the looks of it, he just spends chilling. Now, that morning routine, incredibly relaxed. Let's just say that that is the complete opposite of Elon Musk's morning routine. Let's check it out. So Elon Musk is known to not get anywhere near as much sleep as he's meant to get.
You're not sleeping a lot, right?
Oh, geez, do I look that bad?
Sleep is really great.
Where do you sleep tonight?
Tonight's in the factory.
In the factory, not in a hotel.
Well, technically in a conference room in the factory, but yeah.
Now in interviews, Elon Musk makes it clear that he doesn't get the amount of sleep that he should. He's often featured with massive bags under his eyes, bloodshot eyes. He looks incredibly tired. There's even times where he slept on the sofa inside of his office so that he doesn't have to go home to sleep so that he can get up and work.
I sleep on the couch over there.
So you're just laying here on the couch?
When he does wake up in the morning, the first thing he does is he skips breakfast, drinks some coffee, and then spends the first hour awake reading emails. Now this is the productivity YouTuber's worst nightmare. No morning routine video that you'll ever see on YouTube recommends you to do any of these things. But yet, how has Elon Musk become the world's richest person? If he does nothing of all of the things that you've been told you should be doing, how is he so successful? Something isn't adding up. So before I share with you the pros and cons of each morning routine and which one I recommend you doing, let me abstract from this situation a little bit more and try and provide you with just a little bit more value. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to stop going into the realms of tips, techniques, tricks, hacks, morning routines, and try and transcend the current paradigm that most people on this planet are in and present to you a new understanding that's quite contrary to a lot of the other things that you spend your time reading about, watching about, and learning about. So, what most people do is they look at somebody who they think is in the situation that they want to be in. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, maybe even the Buddha. And they look at the behaviors of these people and they try and replicate their behaviors, thinking if they can replicate their behaviors, they're going to replicate their results. So what someone may do is they may see the morning routines of successful people and they may try to emulate those things. Or they may see that the Buddha is very quiet and is silent and is very grateful. So now what people try and do in order to get the benefits that Buddha has, the enlightenment, the inner peace, and this applies to success as well, by the way, is they try to copy him. They try to be grateful, they try to be present, and they try to be silent. But what's happened when you've tried to be present? Maybe you do feel a moment of presence or a moment of gratitude for the fleeting moment that you're trying to do those things. But as soon as you stop having it at the conscious of your mind, as soon as you stop trying to be grateful or trying to be present through meditation, immediately you return straight back to the place that you were before. So whenever you try to emulate someone's behavior, whenever you try to do any of these techniques or tips or tricks, they will work for the short period of time, but then you will result to your baseline. People will see someone successful and they will see that they don't procrastinate and they are productive. So people themselves will try to stop procrastinating and they will try to be productive. And this may work, but it will only work for a short period of time until you slip into your default state. And what's going to end up happening is you go through these periods of productiveness, unproductiveness, productiveness, unproductiveness. If you're trying to be present, you go from present to unpresent to present to unpresent. But the scary thing is, when we look at the whole of your life, 98% of the time is in the state that you don't want to be in. 98% of your life is in a state of ungratefulness or unpresence or unproductiveness. And there are only a few spikes that bring you up when you try consciously to be grateful or present or productive. What you have to understand, and what changes the game when it comes to these morning routine videos, or even technique videos, or how-to videos, or 5 steps to videos, is behavior comes from understanding. If there's cause and effect, then the paradigm you have is the cause and behavior is the effect. So if you try to modify it at the behavior level, you're going to be dealing with symptoms of a deeper disease. And if you're dealing with symptoms of a disease, the disease is always going to be there. So you can manage the systems, you can comb the systems, whatever they are, gratitude, productivity, mindfulness, but as long as the disease is still there, it will always win. So instead of trying to modify the behavior level, if you want to have lasting change, whether that's in productivity or procrastination or gratitude or anything, it has to come from the understanding level and not the behavior level. If this wasn't the case, all you would have to do to get to Elon Musk's situation is copy his morning routine, and you might have to work hard because Elon Musk works hard. But you have to understand, he's not working hard for the sake of working hard. He's not waking up early for the sake of waking up early. He's doing that because he has to do that in order to get to where he wants to get to. Techniques and how-tos only work with very, very simple things. How do you put a hammer into a table? Fine, listen to techniques there. But when we're dealing with the complex, nuanced elixirs of human life and human nature, the complexities of the human brain, which is infinitely complex, there's no way you can get where you want to get to with a how-to or copying someone's morning routine or a habit tracker or 5 habits of productive people. Just look in your life and look at where these things have brought you. They have not brought you to where you want to get to for 99% of the people watching this. So stop relying on these things and start adopting the true understanding of how behavior forms. A perfect example is, imagine we've got a Christian and we've got an atheist. Both of them have very, very different beliefs. And when we look at their behavior, they're wildly different. One goes to church and one doesn't go to church. If you told the atheist, you should go to church once a week, he's not going to go to church once a week, even if he uses a habit tracker, even if he uses cue or routine reward. When you have the understanding, when you have the paradigm, behavior comes effortlessly. When you recognize how truly small you are and how lucky we are to be alive and well and healthy on this planet, gratitude comes and gratitude stays. The understanding leads to the permanent side effect of behavior change. When you understand that the future is a myth and the past is a myth, then presence will come and presence will stay. No trying, but true constant change comes through understanding. When you realize that your time is finite and you realize the root causes of your procrastination, then procrastination goes and procrastination stays gone. So overall, which morning routine is better? Well, the best morning routine is the morning routine that you believe is going to get you to where you want to get to. Not somebody else's morning routine that applies in a completely different context to yours. Not some prescribed, templated morning routine that someone's told you to do and told you is amazing. You have to think for yourself, and you have to think, where is it that I'm trying to get to? And what do I believe are the causes that are going to lead to the effect of where you want to get to? That is it.